Hello again, it's Bart here from Bodjabart. We're going to get on to doing this brake caliper mount. I did start it the other day and cut out a whole pile of different shapes and everything to try and get it to work, and it ended up the best way was just a flat piece of metal which I cut off a bit of angle line, and I've cut the shape in there. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. I had to cut this shape out of here and got it in there, but the bolt holes or the screw holes are a little bit tight, so I just have to open those up a bit and open up a little bit in here, which I've got a mark in here which I have to do a little bit more of moving, and I've got a couple of lines here where I've got to bend it. So we'll get on to that. First things first, we might just open up these holes a little bit. I drilled them at 8mm, I think this is an 8mm bolt, yeah. At 8, it's just a little bit tight for the screws, so we'll get those out of there and we'll go ahead and find a drill bit to open those up a little bit, just in there. So we'll go and do that in a mo. But on the last video we had to block out something, and it turned out that my Sunday best pants were a little bit too holy for filming, so I've had to get rid of those. So now we've got another pair, no holes, but they still look pretty much the same. And so sorry about that last week, bit of a sensor went in there, and we'll get on to this, eh? Right, I don't know if you can see me back in there, but I'll disappear to find a drill bit. Oh, we've got Shelby in here. I don't know if you can see Shelby, she's in here. I'm going to have to step over her. You'll see she's come in and decided she's there she is over there. Just take there she is, just sitting in there. She's decided that's where she's going to plant herself for a little bit and keep Dad company. Of course, she's always a nuisance, aren't you, darling? Hey, yeah, you just want some company. Right, let's find the drill bit. We've done that. We'll see how much better it is to fit on there. Way better. That's way better. You can already tell. Okay. I don't know whether to put the screws through that side or through the other side. The disc goes through the, I think they're on the road the other side, I think. Sort that out later, but at the moment that's way better. Alright, one thing fixed. I have to get rid of all my cardboard that's sitting there. Right, now we've got to go in there and we've got to cut all that out. So we just file it. Maybe we could grind it. No, we just file it. Go in and file it. Got a bit of take off there. We've got to try and bend it there. Sort that out in a minute. So we'll go and do that. I think that's it. I think that's good. We shall just get rid of the burrs in there. And on this side. Yeah, I couldn't find a nice flat piece of 6mm or a wider piece to make a wider one, so I looked around and I found this angle line which I just whopped a bit off it. And so let's see how we go. I think that's it. Yep. Rightio. I don't know if I have to take a bit more off there, off this side, because the extra bit, it might be right. We'll go and have a look. So here we go. Here we go. I think it goes that way around. Yeah, no, it goes that way. Okay. I need to cut these screws down, I think. Cut these screws down. Here we go. There we go. Alright. And as I thought, they're not going to be able to be like that. You can see that just here, the screws are hitting, so I'm going to have to cut those off. Okay, I'm going to have to do that. Is it round the right way? Yeah, it is round the right way. Okay, I'll go and cut those screws down. I was thinking about putting a spring washer on it, but I haven't cut them long enough to put a spring washer. But what these have is these have a ridge on them, so they should bite in. Whereas a spring washer, where's the spring washer? Here we go. So a spring washer is, you know, like it's got a little cut in there, so when you compress it, it doesn't let the screw vibrate. But these have little ridges, so they should cut in and not come undone, hopefully. We'll see. We want this. Before it didn't sit over, but it should do now. Here we go. Right, so it's going to go like that. Okay. And it's not quite going to go like that, but we have to move it off a little bit. Right. Oh, I wish I had made it straighter. Can I get it all the way down there? That would be straighter. So if I put it there, I'm definitely going to have to take a piece out of the back of it, so that it misses the axle, but we can do that later. That's right there. I can see where that's got to be done. Doesn't matter if it go all the way around for there. I think I might just lift it up to about there. Okay, I can see my bend marks. Yep, I reckon we go and bend it. We should bend it and go from there. I didn't quite get it right. I really wish I had done it so that it was going to be straight, but I've got the thing in the wrong place. Or have I? I think we'll bend it and we'll see where we're at. Okay, so we've just got to bend it so that it comes this way a little bit, so it fits up in there. We won't have to bend too much, because actually, I forgot about that, I can move that wherever I want. I've got this far enough away so that the banjo and yeah, I think that's probably where it should be. Right, we'll go and give that a crack. Rightio, we've got to take this off again, bend it. You can see that I've got a nice gap around here now, so the little piston that goes in and out that operates the brakes should go in and out quite nicely. Once we get this on, we'll be able to hook the brakes up and then maybe work on the motor to get it to run. I've still got to do the steering part yet though. We have to work on that, don't we? Yep. Alright. I'll go and bend that. Okie doke. I don't want to bend this part. I need this part here, this part right here, to stay flat. I only have to bend this bit at the end. I wonder if I hold it in there like that. I really need to hold it in there. I don't know if it's going to fold around. I don't like doing it that way. There we go. Got one, that's alright. Okay, with that there, I've got to give more to that, a bit more bending this way, and that one I've got to go back the other way a little bit. Right, yeah, not that far away, which is a surprise. There it is. Right. So the bottom one I've got to bring more in, and the top one I've got to take out a little bit. So here we go. Goes around that way, put that in there like that. Hooks on there. I have a little movement on this here. I can move the disc a little bit if I want to. But I did want to put it that way, but I didn't, down like that, but I didn't quite get it in the right place. So we have to mount it up a little bit higher. Up round and around the corner a bit. Alright. So that fits there like that. Hopefully, yep. Looks like it will. Yeah, I can go up and around a bit more. Right. So that will fit there. Oh, so I need that there. That looks pretty good. Right, the bottom looks alright, but the top's a bit short. Oh, which is a bit of a shame. But I might be able to do something with it. I'm pretty happy with that. I am pretty happy with that. Rightio, what we have to do is hold that there somehow and then weld it down there and weld it at the top up there. And that will be the brake caliper mount. I'm pretty happy with that actually. How far away from the axle is it? So it's going to be up. Wasn't hitting before. Oh, okay. Right, so that's like that. That's pretty good. So what I have to do is take a little bit out of the corner of that. I'm going to take a little bit out of the corner there, across there. So we'll go and do that. A little bit across that corner to help get up under there. And we'll knock some paint off and a bit of surface rust so we can weld it. And we'll see how we go. Okie doke, we're back. I'm going to try and tack this in now. Hopefully I've got it right. It's going to be a bit of a mission. I have to hang on to it and tack it all at the same time. I don't think the magnets are strong enough to hold it. Right. Okie doke. Now where do I put it? Oh, up there. Oh, dear. Right, I was going to weld it, but it looks like, because I didn't have it in the right place and it wasn't sitting right, what happens is this thing here moves. Well, it did do. And it wasn't in the right place. Okay. Because I put it, did it move again? It's moved again. I know it's meant to move, the whole thing's meant to move, but it makes it really hard to get it set up. I'll leave it till next time. I've sort of got it tapped in there. I think it needs to move a little bit forward though. I think if we have a look around here, yeah, it's not quite right. I'll take you off. Right, so we've got it, and there it is. Let's see here. But I reckon it's a wee bit too far away there. I would have liked it to have been a little bit closer. But then if I have it too close, it's going to rub. I reckon it could have gone a bit closer. I might move it. Next time. I'm going to call it quits here. Hasn't been very productive. But yeah, I think we'll leave it at that. It's sort of mounted. We've got a tack up the top here. Tack up there. There it is. And then a tack down there. Just in there, so if I have to move it, I will try and move it. Alright, I think that'll do me. I've got to go and do something, so hey, I'll leave it at that. Don't forget, Bart here. Like and subscribe. Catch you next time.